Hello everybody and welcome to another episode. In today's episode I'm going to show you how to completely replace the entire timing chain kit from any Ford Transit Custom with the engine 2.2 diesel. So in the last episode I showed you all how to replace the clutch kit, how to replace the gearbox and some other parts from this kind of engine. And in today's episode I'm going to continue the job and show you all how to replace the timing chain kit completely from this kind of engine. In my case, as you can see, the engine is already lifted up, the engine mounting support, the serpentine belt, all the tensioners, all the pulleys are removed and placed out from the engine. Also, the timing chain kit is already removed, and this is how it's looking with all the parts removed out from the engine. It's a very easy and simple process from this kind of vehicle. The only thing which you have to do is to put the engine into the TDC mode, and then you can just start disassembling the parts and put them away. Right here on the ground I have the old timing chain kit, the old pulleys, the old plastic parts on which the chain will slide over it. And as you can see, normally this is the correct position when it's installed properly over the vehicle. So right here on the ground I'm trying to duplicate the image on how the timing chain kit is installed properly over the engine, but I'm trying to do it right here on the ground. So at the bottom normally you should have the crankshaft pulley and the crankshaft seal. After that, right here in the middle you'll have those two plastic guidings for the timing chain, and right here at the top you'll have two more pulleys, and on each pulley you'll have one arrow, and always this arrow should be facing the top part, so the 12 o'clock. And right here over the chain you'll have two more dots which always should be facing the arrows from the pulleys. So always, doesn't matter if it's the old timing chain kit or if it's the new timing chain kit, if the engine is placed at the TDC and you want to install the timing chain kit correctly, you'll have to put the two dots from the timing chain kit facing the two arrows from the pulleys. So always, this is the correct installation on how to do it on these kind of vehicles. Right here, for example, this is how it's looking with the pulleys installed back over the engine. You'll have to remove the pulleys completely and install them back completely with the chain installed on them, because otherwise there will be no space to put the chain over them when they're installed still over the engine. So as you can see, the pulley is installed back over the engine, and also the arrows from the pulleys are faced at 12 o'clock, so at the upper position. So as you can see, this is how they are installed properly into the TDC and over the engine. So as you can see right here, in my case, this engine is placed correctly at the TDC mode. Both of the two camshafts are blocked correctly on the left and on the right. And after you block the two camshafts from the top, you'll have to check for the bottom one. Normally, always, you'll have to block first the crankshaft, and to block the crankshaft on this kind of vehicle, it's a little bit difficult than on other vehicles, because you have to go underneath the vehicle, you'll have to remove the crankshaft position sensor, which is mounted over the flywheel, and you'll have to check over the flywheel a special spot or a special place where you'll have to install a special tool. Normally, there can be special tools to buy for this kind of engine, but I don't have it, and you'll have to improvise and find something which will fit perfectly right here into this hole. So as you can see right here on the flywheel, you'll have this special hole, which is only a single hole into the entire flywheel, and you have to put a special extension or a special tool or a special bolt which will fit perfectly into the middle of the flywheel to block it in place. If you don't put it correctly into this exact hole, the engine is not placed correctly into the TDC, and the engine, it will throw you different codes for the crankshaft and also for the camshaft position sensors, and it will not work correctly. So right here, as you can see, for example, I'm using this kind of tool just to show you all right here and to demonstrate. You have to use a tool like this one, and you have to put it facing correctly into the exact same spot on the flywheel. So right here in my case, I have this second flywheel which I removed from this kind of engine in the previous video where I showed you all how to remove the gearbox and how to replace the entire clutch kit. And right here, this is the old flywheel which I removed from this kind of engine, and for example right here I'm using it to show you all how to block it into the exact same spot. So on the vehicle, for example, if you want to find the correct hole, or if you want to know exactly how to put it and how to block it on the crankshaft, you have to go right here from the back of the engine, right underneath. You have to go after that into this position, and you have to remove this crankshaft position sensor. This sensor is mounted with only one bolt, and you have to remove the bolt and pull it out from the gearbox or from the flywheel. And then right here, as you can see, I already blocked the engine with this extension from the toolkit, and this extension is fitted perfectly into the hole from the flywheel. I used an endoscopic camera to show me exactly the hole. I turned the engine a few times until I was able to catch exactly the hole from the flywheel, and I placed it correctly and I installed the tool in it. So after a few minutes I'm going to show you all with the endoscopic camera how to turn the engine, how to properly find the perfect hole and the exact same spot over the flywheel to put correctly the engine into the TDC. On this kind of vehicle the engine was not fitted perfectly over the TDC. It was about 90 degrees over TDC or under TDC. So in my case the engine was not running smoothly. I also had some problems with the crankshaft position sensor and also with the camshaft position sensor, and because of that I decided to replace the timing chain kit and check it to see if it's on the TDC. So in my case on this kind of vehicle the timing chain kit was not placed correctly into the TDC. Probably the previous owner worked over the engine, I'm not sure why, but he installed the old timing chain kit, he did the timing chain kit or something like that, but he didn't do it correctly, and because of that now I have to do it again and I have to put it correctly over the TDC to make this vehicle work perfectly like it was working from the factory. Very good everybody, so now that you know how to block the crankshaft and also how to block the camshaft and put the engine into the TDC, you'll have to go right here like I showed you earlier. You'll have to remove the metal plate from over the timing chain kit, and then you can just remove the timing chain, the tensioner and all the other parts from the engine. And right here over the old flywheel, as you can see, this is the special hole on which you have to put the tool to block the engine over the crankshaft and put it into the TDC mode. Okay everybody, so with all of these things being said, I'm going to wait for the brand new parts to arrive for the brand new timing chain kit and install it back over the vehicle, and I'm going to show you all step by step how to do it. Right here in this position I'm going to show you all a closer look of how the camshaft should be blocked into the TDC mode and also how the pulleys should be looking with the arrows facing the 12 o'clock or the up position. Also in my case I'm not going to replace the chain for the oil pump because the chain from the oil pump is not really going bad. It has a manual tensioner which is tensioned by a spring, and normally this one is not going bad. Right here, this is the metal plate which I removed out from the timing chain kit. I removed it, I cleaned it the best I could. And right here over this metal plate, I am also going to install a brand new crankshaft seal and also the silicone and install it back over the engine. Alright everybody, so right now in my case, I have all the brand new parts which I'm going to install back over the engine to finish this kind of project. So right here on the ground, I have the brand new timing chain kit and the manufacturer which I choose to go with, it's SKF. And also I have the brand new auxiliary belt right here into the right box, and the manufacturer which I choose to go with, it's INA. So right here in the brand new kit for the timing chain kit, I have the brand new tensioner, I have the timing chain, I have the plastic parts on which the chain it will slide, and also I have the brand new crankshaft seal which will go right here over the metal plate. So right here on the left side I have all the parts which you have to buy if you want to completely replace the timing chain kit from this kind of vehicle. And right here on the right side I have the brand new kit and the complete kit for the auxiliary belt or for the transmission kit, which will contain the two belts, the bigger one and the smaller one. And after that in the box you'll have the tensioner and also the 3 guidance pulley which you have to install back over the engine. Alright everybody, so right now from this moment, without any further ado, I will move ahead, I will install back the timing chain kit over the engine, and I'm going to show you all how to tension it, how to tighten it and how to properly install it back over the engine. Alright everybody, so as you can see, the chain is installed back over the engine and over the pulleys from the camshaft, and as you can see, the 2 dots from the chain are perfectly fitted over the arrows from the pulleys, and this is exactly how you have to install it back on your car. And you have to tension it from the right side. So from the right side, in this position where the camera is installed, you have to put it very straight over the crankshaft, and then as you can see on the left side from this position, you have to pull the chain where the tensioner it will be installed, and also where the plastic guidance for the chain it will be installed, and after that you can just put tension on it and tighten it over the vehicle. Alright everybody, so right now in my case the timing chain kit is completely installed back over the vehicle. It's not tight at all yet, but right now I'm going to detension the tensioner and I'm going to put pressure over the chain to secure it in place. It is very important to don't tighten the bolts from the crankshaft pulleys, because if you tighten them they cannot be adjusted properly, so only get them closer to the pulleys by hand and then release the tension from the tensioner. After the tension is placed back over the chain, you can tighten to spec. So as also the chain moved a little bit to the left because the tensioner placed a lot of tension over the chain, and right now the chain is completely tensioned, and from here the only thing which I have to do is to completely tighten the camshaft bolts and also the tensioner bolts and also the plastic guidance bolts, and then I can install all the parts back over the engine. I recommend all after install the timing chain kit, you'll have to turn the engine at least 3 or 4 times, and then you have to put it back over the TDC to check exactly if the timing chain kit is installed correctly and if the engine is correctly placed at the TDC. And if everything is right, you can go ahead and install all the parts back over the engine and the job is finished. So from this moment, in my case, the only thing which I have left to do is to turn the engine at least 3 or 4 times. I'm going to remove all the locking tools from the camshaft and also from the crankshaft, and I'm going to put them back after that. And if everything is going back into the TDC, this means that the job is done properly and I can tighten everything back into spec. Very good, everybody. So right here, in my case, I already turned the engine a few times. I installed all the locking tools back into the TDC, and in my case everything is going very nice. Everything is placed correctly into the TDC over the crankshaft and over the camshaft. And from here I can move ahead and I can tighten all the bolts and all the parts back into spec. After that you'll have to go and install back the metal cover and all the parts back over the engine. Also, right now I'm going to show you all with my endoscopical camera how to properly install the bolt or the locking tools from the crankshaft right here underneath the engine over the flywheel. And as you can see with my endoscopical camera, this is the special place over the flywheel, and you have to put it correctly and perfectly right here into the hole where the crankshaft position sensor will be installed. So as you can see, I'm trying to give you all a closer and a perfect look with the camera on how to install the parts and how to put them correctly and secure the engine into the TDC. So as you can see, this is the hole for the crankshaft position sensor. This is the special dot and the special hole over the flywheel. And right here into this special hole, you'll have to put the locking tool to secure the engine in place and to secure the crankshaft and put it into the TDC mode. So right here, as you can see, this is the special hole into the flywheel, which you have to lock with a special tool or with a tool which you have at your hand. And after you completely lock the crankshaft right here into the flywheel, automatically the camshaft from the top of the engine will be locked into place, and the only thing which you have to do left is to secure it in place with a locking tool or with a special metal place to put it into the hole and lock it in place. Very good, everybody. So after the job is finished, after you remove the tool from the crankshaft, you'll have to install back the crankshaft position sensor all the way in and tighten it to spec. Alright, everybody, so from this moment I completely tightened all the bolts from the timing chain kit. Everything is tight and secured, everything is checked a few times. And from here, the next thing which I'm going to do is to install back the metal plate. I already installed some silicone over the metal plate in this order. And after that I'm going to tighten it to spec, and then I'm going to install back a brand new crankshaft seal. And usually if you want to install a brand new crankshaft seal, you'll have to put it into its place and you'll have to rotate it to the right until it stops. Alright, everybody, so right here in my case I just finished installing the metal cover or the timing chain cover from this kind of engine. I tightened it to spec. And from here, the next thing which I'm going to do is to install back the brand new auxiliary belt with all the other hardware from around it. And then I'm going to secure the engine back over the engine mounting support, and I'm going to start it live for the first time for you all to see exactly how everything is going and if the job is good or not. As you can see right here, in this moment, the separating belt, the tensioners and all other parts are installed back over the engine. Right now, I only have to secure the engine on the mounting support and then I can start it to see if it's working or not. So like I said earlier, I am going to start the vehicle for the first time right here on the video. I'm not going to edit it or something like that. I'm going to start it exactly and show you all how everything is working and if it's working or not. Alright everybody, so as also the engine started right away, everything is sounding and working perfectly fine on this type of engine. And from here I'm going to assemble all the parts back over the engine. I'm going to install all the parts, the front end, everything which I mentioned earlier. And then I'm going to come back to show you all how everything is working with the vehicle completely done and ready to go back on the road. Okay everybody, so if you made it till the end of the video, thank you very much. As also, the job is complete and done. It was a complete success. I replaced a lot of things, I fixed a lot of things from this kind of vehicle and I made it work and behave like a new one. Right now I'm going to start it for the first time with everything installed back over the engine. I will still have to put the diagnostic tool and check for any errors or erase any errors which can still be installed into the ECU of the vehicle because I removed a lot of parts. But other than that, the vehicle is ready to go back on the road. Thank you all for watching. Those are all the things and all the steps which you have to do and follow if you want to completely replace the timing chain kit from this kind of engine or any Ford Transit Custom with the engine 2.2 diesel. If you like the video and found it informative, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give me a comment and a like down below. See you next time.